Probably not too many teams.
All right.
Finally, Big Earn is above the law. It's a great.
That's a classic now.
I know. So I'm doing out of. I'm doing out of respect. What's that?
I got your sandwich order.
All set. Thank you.
Have fun.
All right. The Cincinnati Bengals and LA Charger team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code BOMBS. And now, with all of that being said,
bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
I don't know if that one worked.
I'm Lou Holtz, and you're listening to The Man and the Box and the Bottom Line Bombast. Good luck to you.
I'm not really sure what's going on. Well, I know what's going on now. I have the wrong goddamn camera on there. Hold on, fellas. I was like, what's going on with the sound? Welcome to the Bottom Line Bombs. I'm your host, the Laddie Daddy, the Bet Detective. Scumbagger Vance, the man in the box, CJ Sullivan. Got a great show. We are back from Las Vegas and my Los Angeles fantasy draft. What an adult weekend it was, but we are back here. We got a Bengals and Chargers team preview show. I have a special guest, my guy Dwayne Freeman, Bengals insider, board game enthusiast, hair aficionado. I'm just looking up in a tiny window in the backstage, and he has a heart out. So I'll get into Vegas story. Long story short of the Vegas stories, you hear my throat now. I haven't smoked in 7 years, but just being in Vegas, you ingest cartons of cigarettes being blown into your throat. And that's my Vegas story. I am currently telling my Vegas story with this voice. So let's get right into it. Let me bring Dwayne on. As soon as I tell you, of course, about Sports Gambling Podcast, giving away your $1,000 Circa NFL future bet with the Fraser page. You can submit at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/phrase. Also, SGPN launched their NFL Survivor contest, $100 entry. Winner take all, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. But I wouldn't play if I were you because I am going to as well and will win that. But without further ado, let's bring out the man I haven't talked to. I was well, I'll bring him on anyway. Dwayne Freeman. Let me just bring in Dwayne. There he is. Hold on. Let me lock my thing in. Do I have you? Do I have your audio on there, Dwayne? Let's see. Is it a you problem? Let me bring it in, Dwayne. Hold on a second, Dwayne. Let me see if it's on my end or your end. No, it's not. It's on my end. Hold on a second. Everything that Dwayne, I'm gonna turn you off for a second. Let me bring on the producer. Everything Dwayne's warned me about is happening. He said, we must start earlier in case there's tech issues, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's not going to happen. Don't worry. I have this thing locked down. Show before me ran late. Now I'm having tech issues. I'm not going to say it's Dwayne's fault. I'm not saying we're, the the attention goes, the energy flows. I'm going to say something like that, but I am saying we're going to get this worked out. Hold on 1 second there. Kramer, if you can. I'm going to need your help here. But I will say, I'm going to have audio technical. I will say, back to my voice. I do have a crap story. I'll tease some things as I get the volume ready. And we had talked before we talked some Cincinnati Bengals. Not only was a cigarette smoke coming into my throat, but it's a chatty city. People like to chat in Vegas, and then they expect you to be on. And there's a lot of boasting. I had to do interviews and had to be on there and do segments, especially in the gambling community. Not a lot of great personalities in that world, So they clamor to the man in the box, of course. Kramer, I'm having trouble getting audio from here, from anything from my end here. Like the guest doesn't sound anytime I play a video on here. It's not sounding on my restream there. If you could possibly help out, and I'll continue to talk about how I was talking a lot in Vegas. Colby Dant, of course, that was one of his complaints. I always like when someone who talks all the time complains about other people talking. He's like, man, it's a chatty city. People just love that. Yeah, I hate this all the talk. I'm like, Colby, you're the one talking. We have to deal with you the entire time. But anyway.
You're trying to play a video.
Play a video, and I have a guest on there, and his volume is just not coming through.
On your head.
Yeah, on the headphones, correct. But I don't think, maybe it's just the headphones. I don't know.
I'm going to do something aggressive. Hold on.
All right. My guest, Dwayne, when he's like, just in case, we can do this later at night, but I have a tough out. I'm like, are you kidding me? We're smooth sailing over here. The box is tight, locked in. Now I'm going to bring on Dwayne. Let's see if this one works. Dwayne, yeah, now.
All right, we got me.
Yes.
Yeah. How are you, bud?
Good, buddy. How are you doing? Glad to have you.
Yeah, I know. Who'd you pick first? My wife always loved you because she thought you were like so prepared at our drafts, and you would like always poorly draft. You're like, I got Singletary again. I don't know why I keep going with that. If you could have a breakout running, I don't know.
I was ahead of schedule. As always, I bring papers and a passion. That's why I look prepared, because I have clipboards, I have papers. Everyone has laptops. Everyone needs the Wi-Fi. I don't need any of that. I can do this draft in a log cabin if need be, just a candlelight. My draft got away from me a little bit. I did get Joey Burrow, though. Joey Burrito. You ever hear that nickname, Joey Burrito? I heard that the other day.
Oh, I haven't, but I like it, though.
Yeah, Joey Burrito.
You got to have some Skyline in there, though. You got to get the Skyline in the burrito. I don't know how to do that one.
What is your take on Skyline? Are you one of those guys who used to fly it out there, like those Cincinnati locals?
No, I'm not that bad. We did, like, for the Super Bowl, we did have our Skyline chili dip. Had to do that. But
that's
other
fine.
than that, yeah, it was fine. So I don't fly it out. No, it's not worth that.
Nice. Once I got Joey Burrow on the team, I'm like, well, now I just want people that are fun. I don't care about the lineup. I don't care about the roster anymore. I don't care about value. I don't care about depth, whatever. I just want, people that I know are going to be on TV. Like I got Travis Kelce. Like he's going to be on every week. They're all going to say him. I can make fun of him. I can do Taylor Swift. I can be, you can do anything you want with that. I'm not going to win, but I think Burrow's going to have a big year, of course, though, obviously.
With no defense, man.
With no defense. Now, you were born and raised Cincinnati area. Let's just tell the C-generates, the listeners.
All right, let's hear it.
Who Dwayne Freeman is. Of course, I know you way back from Chicago. And you would teach all the wealthy young athletes at Parker School down there, and you and Bill O'Donnell. You're still there, right? Or no, you're not.
No, I'm in Phoenix.
I was just kidding. I was checking your IG page. I'm like, what's in this Parker? I'm like, I know you're in Phoenix now.
Yeah.
Killing it though. And I was speaking to your wife in the fantasy draft that you would have, and I used to be in your league. Yeah. I did always respect the Rudy Johnson jersey every year. It was like
I still have it. I put on the Ocho today, but
got the Ocho. That's nice. But the Rudy Johnson was solid. That's like that. That's a real one right there.
Yeah, I apologize for not bringing it this time.
It's all right. So let's talk Bengals, because I know we are pushing back. You were 9-8 last year. Last couple of years before that, two back-to-back years, they've missed the playoffs right now, right?
Yep.
course, they were good. The problem has been the problem. Well, besides the defense, which was absolutely horrible, but the offense was elite. They fired Lou Anamano, that Italian defensive coordinator. His act was wearing thin there. It's all right. He's good. But then they brought in Al Golden, who's never coached defense before. But hey, whatever. Boston College, he's seen linebackers, I guess. So who knows what will happen there. But the big story with the Bengals is how they start. They're 2-5 in September, the last 2 years, even though they're favored in 6 of those 7 games. And this year, Zach Taylor decided, you know what? How about we act like preseason means something? And they, Joe Burrow, how about you play for a quarter? Is that too much to ask? Can we get you and Chase out there for a quarter? That way they should be hot to trot when the season starts. You excited for that?
Yeah. No, I mean, they also padded the upfront games, I feel like, too.
Yes.
Let's just get them. I feel like they tried to do that last year with New England and all that, and then they just, shit the bed.
They were terrible. But I think there's been so much narrative about it. They're going to win these games early. They have to. I don't know.
I feel the same way. You better win against Broncos and the Browns. I mean, they start off with them and end with them. I would think they're make sure we get the Browns. They're always a mess. So,
now your owner, notoriously cheap, and just when you think he turned a corner, I signed T. Higgins off in the offseason, Gesicki, and then they're like, okay, but what about that defense? The thing we were really bad at, and why won't they sign Trey Hendrickson? I don't understand what's going on with that.
Oh my God, I have no idea. He just wants to pay, but I think that the Bengals are just out of money. They're just
yeah. In retrospect,
hey, I don't know if you saw those other contracts. They're even cutting corners now with Boomer Esiason. They didn't even pay for my flight. When they came to visit. So I think they just full out of money.
That's hilarious. I know they're probably maybe Gesicki was bad in hindsight, but I like Gesicki. I like how Joe Burrow always comes out you know what? They should pay him. They should pay. He's worth whatever it takes. Just pay him. Well, what it takes, Burrow, is not you making half the goddamn salary cap in your contract. Right. There's nothing left over.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. They spent so much on that whole offense, and it's great.
Yeah.
But it's truly. I feel like it's just selling the tickets. I don't know if it's a winning formula.
I know. I will say this: they were 6th in points last year. Their offense is amazing. They're going to be elite again. The defense, though, they have not looked good in the preseason. They haven't really. And one of the reasons I think they've done nothing to change it. They didn't. They drafted a couple guys, but the secondary was so bad, and they didn't. They just think okay, well, we drafted those guys, DJ Turner and Dax Hill. Yeah, they're not good. Well, maybe they'll get good. No, that's not really how that works. They're either going to be good or they're not.
Yeah. No, I don't know why they just did not do any work. All off season, even though everybody said defense.
Right.
They were we signed them. We signed them. We knew you were going to figure something out.
Yeah.
And we're not that worried about it, but this is what we're worried about. And they're like, you're welcome, man. That's great. You're like, you didn't listen to us at all.
They did bring in, let's see, they drafted Shamir Stewart after cantankerous negotiations there. He's 25-1 rookie of the year. He looks like he's pretty good.
I'm intrigued. 4 sacks, right? That's it.
Good lean, right? They brought in Oren Burks from my Eagles. He's a decent linebacker. So I don't know, but it's going to be a problem with that secondary. But it'll be fun. Let's bring up that schedule and let's see exactly how fun it's going to be for Dwayne Freeman's Cincinnati Bengals.
Let's do it.
All right. Oh, look at this. This is a nice little setup. Let's make us a little bigger.
Oh,
I'm the man in the box here, Dwayne. I produce, cut, edit, and get frustrated. That's everything. There we go. We look good there. So like you were saying, we open up at Cleveland, the Battle of Ohio, the Battle of State Troopers and ex-high school football stars. A lot of buzz cuts there in Cleveland. A lot of, at least it'll be decent. Well, it'll be Cleveland, but it'll be decent weather there. Looks like you're gonna get old Uncle Joe Flacco though to open up the season.
I'm fine with that. We've been seeing them for a long, long time. We've been hanging out with them since back in the Raven days. So I'm excited about taking them on. I mean, like I played a pickup game with them out in the park the other day. So
nice.
Good. Yeah, you don't know. That's not all I feel like that's all he's doing. I mean, like, yeah, I'm intrigued, but I think we can get that one.
I actually do. I think there's been so much talk about how the Bengals start. They're locked in on this. Although they always games at Cleveland are always tough because Cleveland, they bring you down to their level. They just make you play like Cleveland, and it's just like a lot of slop there. But I think the Bengals will get them. Then home versus Jacksonville, another one you should get. Although I'm kind of high on those Jags. I heard you overheard us during our audition, our rehearsals, I should say, pre-show meetings, and a C. Jenner fan sent in a Trevor Lawrence wig and headband for me because I am that high on the Jaguars.
I'm excited for that one.
But my head, one size fits all is a misnomer. I'm single-handedly responsible for lids having to put asterisks next to one size fits all because of the size of my head. A manager one time at the Mall of America, Dwayne, called my head size unfortunate when he was trying to. And he is a manager at a Lids at the Mall of America. Never seen such a thing. Well,
yeah. It was that it's unfortunate and you had to walk right out. I mean, it was done.
You had to walk I had to walk right out and right to the 3 other Lids in the Mall of America. They had one on each kitty corner there. So luckily the other one had one that could fit my needs. So let's say you get that one because it's at home. Okay. Bengals at Jacksonville, you're 2-0. Yep. Two tough road games here at Minnesota and Denver at Sunday night. That's a good one Sunday night though. Huh?
Yeah.
Or Monday night. This is a little tough stretch. Week 3 through 6 here. You got at Minnesota, at Denver, home versus Detroit, and then at Green Bay. All pretty much primetime games except for Minnesota. Yeah.
No, that's the stretch that I'm not too excited about and feel like we'll not be enjoying after the 4-0 start.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be questioning things of like, oh, Detroit's a real team. Pittsburgh always has our number. And yeah, I'm hoping we get maybe one out of those 3.
But that Pittsburgh is a Thursday nighter at home.
Yeah.
Burrow can't complain about that one. We know he's complaining about that Thanksgiving one, but Thursday night he's going to have to watch his stuff. And last time, maybe that's why he's upset because was it a Monday night game where his house got robbed?
Yeah.
And he was really upset because it blew up his spot because everyone found out about his side chick, his / assistant. And that's when he was, he's like, guys, do you have to report? We have to report first and last name here of who called the cops, He's like, you can have the cash and jewelry, but don't have him find out the money.
Yeah, he didn't seem very taken back by the jewelry being gone.
No, that was fine. But the Victoria's Secret assistant really cramped his style for a couple weeks at home. So I think you beat the Steelers on Thursday night game. I'll say you split the Minnesota, Denver, Detroit, Green Bay series there. Although 3 out of 4 on the road, not easy. Obviously, you can easily go 1-3 there. All right. I don't know. We'll see. But you'll beat Pittsburgh. You'll beat the Jets. I'm not even going to make that. I'm not even going to get into that. And now you are home versus Chicago. Back in the day, that would have been a great game to go to. You go to that where it rocked the Rudy Johnson at Soldier Field.
Yeah, I would have loved it. But their Bears are not looking that hot right now. You got the cat coming to join us.
Yeah, show the cat there. Show the Bengal you got there. Was that is that the cat Icky?
We spray paint it. Yeah, we spray paint it every Sunday.
Well, Catty Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they spray paint the tiger? They didn't do that to Lincoln Park Zoo, did they? Did they spray paint those tigers white?
No, but they had the white tigers in Cincinnati. That was
your thing. And it's so much so because that is their alt uniform. I think they might be wearing it for it might be that Steeler game they're wearing it for, but they reveal, which is a good look. The white helmet, white jersey, white pants.
I like it.
But you're right. They should have to spray paint their normal uniforms to make it like they do to those poor animals.
Right.
I agree. All right. So then you go at Pittsburgh. You're probably not going to win that. You always split with the Steelers.
Right. Always.
Ever since Louis Lips in the days back when you were trying to think of old Steeler guys. That's it. Louis Lips is the one I remember from that era. Patriots at home. That's a W in my mind, if you ask me. And then here it is, the Joe Burrow game he's been complaining about since the schedule came out. It is crazy. I think it's like 3 years in a row they've been at Baltimore on a Thursday night and like after a short week where they have full rest. It's like never happened in the history of football. I don't know why they just don't let AI make some schedules. These guys, they don't know what they're doing with the travel plans and whatnot, but that's Thanksgiving night. How's that going to affect your holiday?
I mean, we're gonna have to eat early. That's it. I mean, other than that, well, it's West Coast time, so we'll have to get real early. So, but no, I'm definitely watching the game. I mean, they just always take us down. I don't like it, especially at Baltimore.
Both games last year, the Bengals easily could have won. I mean, they were heartbreakers, both of them. But you're right. At Baltimore, tough spot. Thanksgiving night, food's already over. Family, in-laws. Have they seen you ever act around a Bengals game like this?
No. I mean, like I kind of hold it together and kind of pretend, and then you can kind of pretend host. I really hide it well. Because when I really lose it, I mean, it's every play all the time.
I know, and I'm going to say that's. I think a lot of people are going to get exposed because on a holiday you can't hide it. They're all there, and you're already holding up for so long, and then you're going to get Ravens Bengals. So that's tough. Then at Buffalo, that's a real tough back to back. At Buffalo after Thanksgiving, at least you have some time off, and then Baltimore again at home. What are they doing to you?
Yeah. But they finished it off right, at least.
A nice soft landing at Miami, Arizona, at home, and then at Cleveland. Home versus Cleveland to finish it off.
Yeah.
And who knows? You might be getting a Shedeur Sanders at that point.
Right.
The team that doesn't care.
Arizona game, so we'll figure that out there.
So your over-under's 9.5 wins. They're minus 140 to make the playoffs. 12-1 to win the AFC. 25-1 to win the Super Bowl. Almost 3-1 to win the division. I don't mind them to win the division at 3-1, but what do you think? 9-10 wins. It's kind of looking like.
I had them. A little inflated because I'm from Cincinnati, so take that in account. But I had them at 11.
11 wins.
Yeah.
Well, then let's shoot that over. I agree too. And that's just coming from watching Joey Burrow on the QB Netflix show. He seemed motivated. He's got the hair. Let me lock back. Oh man, my eyes just shut there. Well, then that's easy. That's an easy over 9.5 play there. I mean, they should be. I think they're highly motivated. Obviously, I mean, because that was a great team last year. It didn't make the playoffs. That was a shame about it. Like if they were in, nobody wanted to play them. Obviously.
Yeah.
And I did like that theory that the Chiefs lost on purpose to keep the Bengals out, And look what they did. Like, well, you should have saw what the Bengals did to keep themselves out. They also played a part, but any players you like this year? Jamar Chase, of course, who won the Triple Crown last year. Most catches, most yards, most touchdowns. Absolute beast. He's plus 850 to win Offensive Player of the Year. You got to like that again. I mean, because any other year he would have won it, but Saquon was Saquon last year.
No, I mean, I have to say, T. Higgins won it for me in fantasy last year. So he's kind of I feel like there's two number ones on that team.
Yes.
He was fantastic. And then Chase Brown, I feel like if he can stay healthy, he runs so hard, man. I feel like he can have a breakout and kind of continue the dominance he was doing there at the end of the year. I feel like he was getting some receptions even. So I would love for him to kind of stay healthy and do that. Although I do love a little P. Ryan in the background.
Who doesn't love a little P. Ryan in the background? But no, Chase Brown is shooting up fantasy boards. That's for sure. He's 90 to 1 Offensive Player of the Year. It's not bad. Here's an interesting bet. To lead the AFC North, he's 6.5 to 1 to lead AFC North in rushing yards. Same thing in touchdowns. You're basically just fading Derrick Henry. I mean, you're rooting for an injury, but you're still fading Derrick Henry because he's Derrick Henry. But that's not a bad play there because no one else in that division I think can even come close to those two.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah.
The Browns running back Quinshon Judkins is talking about going back to college. He's like, well, there's probably more money there, to be honest with you.
Right.
That's what these Bengals are going to do. Oh man! So all right, 11 wins. Then what happens to your Bengals this year? How does it fit? Dwayne Freeman is this year finally. Does your Bengals Do
Well,
something.
I mean,
Get back in.
I would love that. I mean, like, I feel like we always get to, like when we make a run, we get to the Super Bowl, and then we just, we have a special teams touchdown or something random happen that it keeps you kind of in the game, but you're not really in the game. So, I mean, I'll say that we'll win one in the playoffs, but we're definitely, I don't know if my heart can take it. I have to kind of be defeatist here and say we would maybe win one in the playoffs.
It's interesting, yeah, because the Bengals made that run so early with Burrow. It's like they're not a team like looked on like even like Buffalo that can't get over the hump. Like they got there, they went to the Super Bowl. And if it wasn't for that ridiculous holding penalty they called against Cooper Kupp there down the end, I think the Bengals win the Super Bowl. It's crazy. Like when you have Joe Burrow, you have a shot. He's just a gangster. He just doesn't, it's pretty sick what he's doing. But ultimately, I think that defense is so bad. I can't see them. I can't see them going that deep in the playoffs. But
I'd like to fight you on it, but I kind of agree.
I do think they bounce back and make the playoffs. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Get Joe Burrow and some Skyline chili.
That would be amazing. Yeah. With 11, we're in. And we're losing first round. No big deal. No big deal.
Has to be. You like Zach Taylor, by the way? I didn't even ask you about him.
He seems nice. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. He just seems soft.
I know. That's a funny thing about these Bengals. I'm like, this is a team that literally could go to the Super Bowl, or Zach Taylor could be fired by November. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it doesn't seem like there's any in between.
Yeah. No, I feel like if he does what he did last year and we start off real slow and it's not. Yeah. I feel like for a while they were like, we're going to hide our real game and then we'll kind of, turn it on at the end, but it never seems to work. They're like, we're still in good shape. Like they all come out. They know what to say of like, it's just the beginning. We got next game next week. But I don't know. It seems like Uncle Zach's a little too nice. We need a little more, cutthroat there.
Cutthroat in Cincinnati. I'm for it. I think that'd be funny if that, whatever. It's going to come. I think that week one is more important than they know. I think that things will really fall apart if they lose that game. It'd be like,
they're immediately going to have to be dealing with like, what do we do? What do they do next year? The Browns scored 52 on you. What are you going to do? They don't have a real quarterback and they do this. Yeah, it would not be pretty. I don't want to be in that. I think they should win just so they don't have to deal with that.
Absolutely.
I think that would be enough motivation.
I just realized your cat should. Not that it should be named Boomer, but how many pets in Cincinnati area is named Boomer? It seems like a perfect Bengal fan pet name.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Boomer, it was all over. There was a bunch of Boomers in our neighborhood, especially those like little dogs, like, come on, Boomer. Like It was, and he was so beloved because his kid was, always sick. We went with Marge for our cats, just because they were moody and, Marge Shot.
Yeah, Marge Shot was always moody in Cincinnati, that's for sure. Depending on the company around her. Yeah, her cat is not named Jeff Blake. We'll just say that. If you know Marge Shot's history, she's more of a Boomer kind of gal. Or R.I.P. to the racist Marge Shot. Anyway, Dwayne Freeman, thank you for joining us. I know you got a heart out. Now, talk to us in the Degenerates. This is something I love. Words to Die By. This is a board game that you created.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I put it on there, wordstodieby.com. I've checked it out. And tell what it is. It's a board game where you die every time. I like that.
Exactly. It's similar to like the round. There's like, it's got film-based stuff. So you're like a director, actor, and writer. And it's like a death scene. And then you pick what the person would say as they're dying. And then you hand it to another person who acts out that death. It's pretty, every time I play it, it's really fun. It's been a blast kind of making it and figuring it all out. It's fun with the tariffs right now because that's I'm dealing with like the fifth person at the card place. But it should be coming out here hopefully in the winter. And I'll send you a copy and we'll play it up when you're in your wig.
Yeah, we'll have the Trevor Lawrence wig. I'll wear. You don't hear too much about the board game community getting hurt by the tariffs, but also it goes everywhere.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk within the board game. Clearly, you haven't been hanging out with us.
I need to get in that Discord for sure. You got to have I need another group chat to mute is what I need in life. Dwayne, all right, buddy. Anything else you want to tell us, Degenerates? You want to plug anything else?
No. I love you. Pirates, man. Good luck this year. Hope you guys make some money.
Yeah, let me make some money. Go Bengals. All right, buddy.
You're the best, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to Dwayne Freeman, everybody. Let me lock up there. It's true. He was telling me he had a hard out. I kind of feel like I rushed him there at the end, but I didn't. He's fine. But he was like, no, why don't you just do it? We'll do it at night. We'll do it out. We'll record it later on. I'm like, nah, just in case you have tech issues. I'm like, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. This is SGPN, baby. And you know what it was? It was that damn Colby Dan. I'm blaming Picks Dundee right now, who I do the college experience pick show with him. He was on the main show with Sean and Ryan beforehand, and once he gets going, he gets FCS going, he gets all fired up, and you can't shut him up. The guy who talks about how Vegas is too chatty. So that show went long, so I rushed to get this thing set up, and then you guys don't need to hear about this. It's like hearing about flight issues, which I also had on Saturday with Sean and Ryan. We had terrible flight issues. No one wants to hear about it. No one wants to hear about your bad beats. No one wants to hear about your fucking plane delays. Dreams that don't involve them. Your busted brackets. Your fantasy football team. No one wants to hear about any of them. But that's neither here nor there. I tell you what we do want to hear about. Oh, see how I segued that? My bookie. MyBookie.ag. That was incredible. By me, the man in the box. Professional. That was professional. Not what I'm doing right now by calling it out and patting myself on the back. That is very unprofessional. Just get to the ad read. Professional. Speaking of my soundbite, this is from the movie The Professional.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
We're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. It's your place to bet on football, everything else, NFL and college football. Accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, lightning fast payouts. A bet I like on MyBookie are the Miami Marlins tonight against the Atlanta Braves. Strider pitching for the Braves. He has been a disaster. So they are plus 108, the Miami Marlins tonight. I believe they should be favored at home against the Braves, who are also just running out the clock. So head to MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Bet on the Marlins. 50% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. With props. NFL's back on Rhythm. Last season, Rhythm was 79-66 spread. Really shined on player props. 15-8 on Josh Allen props. 10-5 on Baker props. 13-5 on Tyreek Hill props. It's got every other sport, but it's football season. So go to the site today. Start building your NFL models for week 1. Get your 7-day free trial today at sportsgamingpodcast.com/rhythm. And we are back here on the Bottom Line Bombs. I am your host, the Laddie Daddy, CJ Sullivan, the man in the box. Thank you, C-Generates. I don't know what's going on with the feed. I know we do have a live chat. Feach Lamagna chumped in. Chumped in? I wanted to say chimed in, but also jumped in. So I said chumped in. That's what you did, Feach. You chumped into my chat room. Nothing wrong with that. You say I sound like Steffi Smalls after my Vegas trip. Sorry, Smallsy. Smalls, if I know Steffi Smalls, which I do a little more after this weekend, as we were all out in Vegas for sign-up weekend, all the SGPN crew. She would not take offense to that. After hanging out with her for a lot, I mean, with everyone else, I'm not saying me and her hang out. She doesn't take offense to a lot of things, and she knows what her voice is. I bet her voice, because she was out there a long time. We take it for granted, me, Sean, and Ryan, because we come from LA. We took bang bang, hour flight, bing bing, not even. But other people, when they come from, especially when they come from the East Coast, they go to Vegas. They're planning a Vegas trip. They're out there a week. They don't even get a return flight. And then Steffi gets those high noons going. Woo! Watch out. Voice box gone. But I can't say anything else different because my sound is off. I can't even think. We did say this soundbite all night on Thursday night. I will say that after the meet and greet there, with all the VSiN personalities and Derek Stevens, and then we went. It was an open bar at the D, and it was fun. And that's when we did interviews. The documentary crew doing next season's Survivor documentary, and they got me, Sean, and Ryan. And I'm gonna say we killed it. Me especially. We killed it. We did. We were hammering it, but it was so loud, and they were recording a live show behind us. And anyway, point is, I'm classically trained. Second City, A through E. I can perform back of the theater, if you will. So I was boasting my answers loud to make sure it got picked up. They enjoyed it, you know. What a treat for those documentary filmmakers to see someone that's been on their editing room and in their editing room for the last 6 months, looking at footage of the man in the box, and now to catch him live, to shake his hand, to mic him up. What a treat it must have been for them. Anyway, we kept saying this one. We just.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
What murder? I mean, once it get, one thing catches on with your group of friends, and then someone else keeps saying it. Next thing you know, that's it. I almost felt bad that I introduced it. Because it's all we were saying that night. Then we went dinner, and then we did a craps run. We got a hot heat craps run. 2 different tables. Ran it up. Had my roll going. Kramer was on a generational run. He hit the hand pay at the slot machine. Then we go to craps. We're running up craps. My only goal was put my contest money in a safe, because that was the next day. Don't dip into that. My $20 into $20 million. Got to make sure that was safe. Just don't dip into it, especially since a lot of it wasn't mine. I mean, my $20 and $20 million is what it is. 5 Survivor entries, 1 Circa Millions, 6,000 that started from 20. So that's locked in. But because I had a little gap in the the max entries now, because I didn't reach the 10, I had 4 other entries that I possibly could use. Other people were jumping into my family. I had sisters. I have friends. Hell, my ex-wife wanted a goddamn entry. That had something to do with our insurance payments and stuff. We had to move money around, so I had to agree to that. She wins. Good God, then I'll be on life tilt. I'll say that. Just kidding. I don't mind if anyone I know wins. That'd be great. This is my throat right now.
And people that are productive.
Ronnie Pasco in the chat says, he says Duval all the time at work and nobody gets it.
Duval.
I mean, that was all the rage when it came out, the Duval. Anyway, where was I? So that was my goal. But then I was up from the craps. I had a few games, I believe. I'm like, it's going to be easy. And I got a little dumb. I'm like, oh, since I got some money, let's see if I can see if this roulette. I got a roulette system that I saw on Instagram. See if this works out. How could it not? It's a system where you have like 80% of the board covered. Well, once that 20% hits, and it hits 7 times in a row, which it did against me, you're cleaned out. Absolutely soaked.
You lost it all.
No. Yeah. Technically.
Technically,
I didn't lose it all, but I had like only a couple hundred left from my roll. And then when I did a thing which you should never do. Instead of just taking a loss, I'm like, let's just throw this away. Because you have the feeling, well, I don't want 200 left. I just want to get rid of this too. Get rid of it all. So I went over to a roulette table, a separate roulette table after walking away. And it was It was kind of full, not full, but it was pretty packed. All black guys, African Americans, whatever. It depends on how you're filling out the Census Bureau there.
Cultural gap.
Yeah, it is big time.
I don't want to mess up their game. You know, they look like they had a pattern going, but I'm like, so I'll just stay on the outside. So I put the 2 black chips on black. Afternoon, fellas. Mind if I squeeze in here? They said fine. I put the 2 blacks on black. That's how I announced it too. Blacks on black. They roll the ball. It hit. Got a little cheer. All right. Way to go, buddy. What do you want us to do with the dealer? Leave it. Black on black, I said. Then we had 400 on there. Now the table's getting into it. Black on black, huh, buddy? Yeah, black on black. You guys are black, and, you know, seems to make sense. And I'm not lying. This is not Herbert, but next thing the whole table starts chanting it. Black on black. Black on black. Because then the second time it hit, boom, let it ride again. Black on black. Black on black. Bang! Hit again. So I made my money back. Then I actually picked it up. I go, I know how this movie ends. Not good. It never ends like this. Not about the players. I'm saying the next one's definitely going to lose. And they were offering to sell me party favors. But that's all right, fellas. It's been a good evening. You guys enjoy yourselves, though. Don't let me interrupt there. I just wanted to do a fun little chant that you're all going to remember. And they did. And that's what the man in the box does for people. You know what I mean? That's what he does.
And I'll leave it at that.
And so will I.
That is a true story, though. All right. Do I have to need to take a break? What do I have to need to do right now? I believe, let me see, what's another ad read before I get to the Chargers? Let me just do this real quick. Let me tell you about Underdog, because that was definitely a story I just told. My Vegas throat story got into the black on black craps. But Underdog, of course, doing their Mega Million. I need to get in some Underdog Mega Millions or whatever their situation is. Jesus Christ, I can't get the. Is this showing? I don't know which one is which. I was going to read it without it. Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. 50 million prizes, 2 million in first place, no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Underdog's got a brand new offer. Play $5, get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code BOMBS. Use my promo code BOMBS. But since I was talking Circa Survivor and Circa Millions, I'm fully entered. I'm excited for it. Circa contest weekend was amazing. They're still having signups to the beginning of the NFL season. Circa Million, Survivor, and the Grandissimo. $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Sign up in Nevada. Play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy, Vegas Maddie, and the Foxy Proxy. Use our code SGP. You get $50 off your fees, and trust me, that helps. The contest closed Saturdays, 9/3. So make sure you get in now. And we are back here on the Bottom Line Bombs. I'm your host, CJ Sullivan. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on this YouTube button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on X, come on over to YouTube. You can still join the chat. We got a little more time left here. We're going to talk Chargers. I'm going to do a Man in the Box segment. It's going to be great. Yeah, so hit the thumbs up. Tell your phone you like my phone. Any of that stuff that goes on there. Follow me on Instagrams. Oh, there's Dwayne. So make sure you follow Dwayne Freeman also on Instagram at Dwayne. And Words to Die By. It's a great board game. He's a creative guy. I know him from comedy way back in Chicago. He had a partnership. They had. I didn't want to go through all his comedy career because there's actually a lot to it. He's a brilliant performer. Although now he's living life like a lot of us, which is nothing wrong with that. It's actually the only way to go. What do I have to do? Captions? Yeah, let me put my thing back on. All right, there we are. Let's talk LA Chargers. All right. As far as did I give up? I gave up plenty of Bengal prop bets there. LA Chargers, they were 11-7 last year. Jim Harbaugh's first year. 12-5-1 against the spread. He took over a 5-win team and does what Jim Harbaugh does. Then they lost in the playoffs. Justin Herbert, 4 interceptions. He only threw 3 all year, but Texans, I crushed him up. This is weird. This is Harbaugh's second year, but there really isn't a buzz a lot about him because they seem like they were ready to take this next step, but they did nothing in the offseason. Absolutely nothing. They brought in Mike Williams. He retired after 1 day of Jim Harbaugh's training camp. They did recently get Keenan Allen. I do like that. Bring him home. But might as well bring up the schedule and get right to this then, right? Instead of just looking at my face here. Let me get me and Bink. Here it is. Because their win total is 9.5. The -130 to make the playoffs, +350 to make the West, 13-1 AFC, 28-1 to win the Super Bowl. I think those are bad numbers. I think the Chargers are a little ways from the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert's a good quarterback, obviously. There's been a lot of discourse about him in the offseason with him against Justin Hurts. Jalen Hurts. That was a little disrespectful to Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP. Sean Green has been fighting a good fight online against Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert Stan boys. Is that what they call him? I don't know what to feel about. I used to love Justin Herbert myself. He throws a beautiful ball. I think he just might be a surfer Jeff George. Problem with Herbert is his fourth quarter starts are alarmingly bad. He's like 25th in all major passing statistics in the fourth quarter. That's not an elite quarterback. There was a statistic last year, the 11-7 Chargers. They would have only lost 1 game. They would have been 16-1 if the NFL football games were only 3 quarters long. However, after looking into it, apparently there are 4 quarters to a football game, and the fourth quarter is important. So they didn't really upgrade much. Herbert's still good. Their offensive line, Joe Alt is great. Devastating blow with Sean Slater, who signed a huge contract and got hurt like a week later. He's done for the year. They brought in Mekhi Becton at guard. They needed some shoring up the middle. It's a Harbaugh type team. Ladd McConkey, the main dog, wide receiver. He is, of course, he'll make my White Angle sports releases. He is definitely.
Give it up for the exciting Whites!
Ladd McConkey is an exciting white. He is 70-1 to win the Triple Crown. That's a bit aggressive. That's when you have the most receptions, yards, and touchdowns. 80-1 offensive player of the year. Also aggressive. But I do believe Ladd McConkey does have a monster year. Let's take a look at this schedule. Now, it opens up the bat. Weeks 1 through 13, it is literally the 4th easiest schedule in the NFL. I forgot to talk about their defense. They did lose Joey Bosa. They lost Punta Food to the Rams. They brought in Jesse Minter's a good defensive coordinator from Michigan, though. They allowed the fewest points, so they got Darwin James. Their run D is a big concern. They do have Khalil Mack, Junior Colson, Bud Degree. They're good linebackers. Dupree, I'm sorry. Couldn't read my own handwriting there. They start off the season in Brazil against the Chiefs. That's a loss. Sorry. They do have a kicker named Dicker the Kicker. He's very good. He's only missed 3 extra points in the last 2 years, 5 and only 5 field goals. Dicker the Kicker is a difference. Very Michigan-y. So then they come home and they play the Raiders on Monday night. That's away. That's an away game. Is that what it is? Brazil is officially a home game. They lost a home game. But for them, that's good. Charger fans, you don't want home games because home games are when the other fans come to your stadium. So play that in Brazil. You should be happy. Now, Vegas Monday night, that's a different story. That could be a tough one. They should win it, though. Thursday at home versus Broncos. That's definitely a difficult game. But at home, maybe you can get it. So let's go 2-1 to start the season. Then you got the Giants at New York, Washington at home, Miami on the road, Colts, Vikings Thursday night, Titans, Steelers, Jags, and then your bye week, week 12. So that first 11 weeks, then you have the Raiders coming out of it, of the bye week. The Chargers could really do some damage and really fool some people. The way Jim Harbaugh fooled people to thinking he's a clean-cut, honest man. Besides all those horrible cover-ups, not horrible cover-ups, just cover-ups of the cheating scandal in Michigan. Well, I had nothing to do with that. Now I'll be in Los Angeles making millions of dollars. I do not answer questions about college. They have the bye week, then they come out. Home versus the Raiders. Monday night versus Philly. That's all you're going to hear at that stadium. The Chargers have no chance on that Monday night game versus Philadelphia. Only because I was here last year, the Eagles Sunday night game at the Rams. It was it was a Philly party. There was a lot of Ram fans there too. It was like, I wouldn't say 50-50. It was probably 60-40 Eagle fans, but like, it was insane. Of course, that's when Saquon went off and blah, blah, blah. There's going to be far fewer Charger fans than there will be Rams games, so.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Then they're at Kansas City for the rematch after the Brazil game. That's a tough one. This could be a Kansas City sweep. Dallas, Harbaugh in there. Then you finish up with Texans and Broncos. That's a tough way to finish the season. Weeks 1 through 13, the fourth through easiest. Then 14 on, from Philly on, it is literally the toughest in the NFL. Does that make me want to do some in-game, in-season Charger bets there? If I can remember that, to fade them down the stretch as a regression. So 9.5. I'm looking at 9 wins, basically, is what I'm looking at for 9 wins. That's what I was more disappointed that the Chargers didn't do anything, you know? Oh, what is that? Why is that there? Do I have to do this? I don't want a video. There we go. That's better. No, that's not better. Man, I've been herky-jerky with the tech work today. Anything else I should say about the Chargers? Oh, here we go. Let me give out some prop bombs for the Degenerates. The chat room has been blowing up. Feach says Madison beers are worth at least 2 wins. I agree with that. They do have some fun Michigan backup tight ends and all kinds of stuff. So I agree with that. As far as prop bets, fantasy, whatever you want to call it, everyone loves Amarian Hampton. He's plus 850 to win Rookie of the Year. If I was going to play Amarian Hampton plays, instead of Rookie of the Year, I might do to lead the West in yards or touchdowns. It's plus 330. I know it's a worse number, but he's only competing with Ashton Gentry there, really. I don't see Pacheco. I don't see RJ Hart. I don't see any of that. So it's either Gentry's going to win Rookie of the Year or not. But Cam Ward can win it. So a lot of people can win Rookie of the Year. So Hampton lead the division yards and touchdowns is bad. But I'm telling you, Najee Harris is going to play football. I know he got shot in the eyeball on 4th of July. He's saying it's fireworks, but who knows? He's got glasses and he's this weird thing where he's learning to see and hear like a dolphin, according to Harbaugh. Whatever that means. I have a feeling Najee Harris is going to play week 1 and he's going to be fine in that damn offensive line. So my favorite prop on the Chargers this year, at least bomb to hit, Najee Harris to lead the AFC West in rushing touchdowns, 15-1. Bomb that. Feast wants to know what Laddie McConkey props. Listen, Laddie McConkey props. I mean, he can play his catch total. He's going to be a target monster. I'm not worried about Keenan Allen cutting into it, to be honest with you. I'm certainly not worried about Quentin Johnson. People are high on Quentin Johnson. I don't know why. He is Mike Williams 2.0. Has he not proven you? He's just not going to happen. Cut this sound clip to when Quentin Johnson blows up this year. But, I mean, he does have all the athleticism, but he catches the ball low. His low point. He got a concussion in the preseason because he dropped the ball. If he would have caught the ball, he wouldn't even got hit that like that. But he dropped the ball pops up, dude lays him out, concussion. It was almost a little too appropriate. That being said, the Chargers like to run the ball. That's why I can't get too nuts with Ladd McConkey, but I love Ladd McConkey. Touchdowns over, yards over, catches over for sure. As far as awards go, I don't know about that. But yeah, I'm not going to tell anyone not to play Ladd McConkey. I just think the numbers gotten so out of hand. So, but I will give out Najee West to lead the division rushing touchdowns plus 1,500. Might have to play the over. And you know Harbaugh wants to run the ball. That's all they do. That's his style. Herbert versus Hurts. Why did that become a thing? Why did Justin Herbert versus Jalen Hurts become a thing? It's a weird rivalry to have. It's only by their fans on X, which are the worst, obviously. That's what I mean. I don't even know if this is real, any of these things. I mean, anytime you have an online argument, like, well, that's what people are talking about. I'm like, do they think this, or is this what 4 tweets and you guys just want to make content out of it? It just drives me fucking crazy.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
All right, let me get to the box then at this point. Just to recap, first, Dwayne Freeman came on the show, talked Cincinnati Bengals. He likes over 9.5. I agree with him. I think they're going over 2. And I definitely think they're making a playoffs at minus 140. I have a little action on them, exposure to win the division at 3-1. Jamar Chase, just second. Chase Brown, I like it to lead the division in yards and touchdowns. Just like I said, you're just fading Derrick Henry. Maybe trying to get an injury. Other than that, not too many individual awards that I like there. Trey Hendrickson's 22-1 win defensive rookie player of the year, 11-1 lead in sacks. I wouldn't mind sprinkling Shamar Stewart rookie of the year, 25-1 to be honest with you. Tonight in baseball, my bookie play was the Marlins at plus money over the Atlanta Braves and Strider, who are absolutely cooked right now at plus 110, I believe. And then I just gave out my Charger plays. Najee Harris, I'm going to go under 9.5. I think they get 9 wins tops. The injury to Slater is pretty brutal for them, for what they like to do. Anyway, what was I talking about? Herbert, Hurts, and Twitter arguments. That's why I'm rocking my Cracker Barrel hat, as you can see in the box, degenerates. Haven't worn this in a while. It's an aggressive hat, too. I didn't know it was going to be a collector's item. Apparently, Cracker Barrel changed their logo over the weekend, and people are up in arms. Or were they? That's another thing. Like, are they people upset about this? What did they do? They got rid of the old guy in the barrel. So it just has a different look. I mean, there's no way people are upset about this. You're like, oh, Cracker Barrel's going woke. Cracker Barrel's going woke. Come on. What are you talking about? Because they got rid of a 90-year-old man as their logo. Maybe they're trying to hip up the brand. People change their brands and logos all the time. No one's going to think Cracker Barrel and think woke. No, I've told you about this. I used to get comments about the Cracker Barrel hat. It's got some connotations to it, apparently. I didn't know it's a Republican diner. And I don't talk politics, nor do I mean, sometimes it comes out of me. But I do say always, I lean right when it comes to breakfast. I'm a very politically right breakfast guy. You know what I mean? You go to a diner around the country, it's got Fox News on and ink newspapers on the countertop. You're going to get a good breakfast. You're going to get some real goddamn hash browns. Ham and eggers. Libtards don't know. They can't do breakfast. That avocado toast, whatever they're doing, that's not breakfast. It's rabbit. It's ridiculous. You go in there, there's Wheel of Fortune. There's 7 guys in a booth wearing flannel. talking about their favorite sandwiches that they've had in their lives, you're getting a good breakfast. Are they still going to sell rocking chairs outside Cracker Barrel? It's always weird. Just a row of 90 rocking chairs. Imagine shopping at the Cracker Barrel for your furniture. Boy, I could really use a chair to whittle to. I would like to have my dog, a bottle of rye, and some whittling on my porch. Better go to the Cracker Barrel and pick up a cap and a biscuit. Fee says people like Benjamin Solak make a lot of people root against Herbert. I know. I don't root against Herbert. But when they do play him up for more than he is, and they act like wins don't matter. Winning's not a quarterback statistic. Okay, fine. But they're pretty influential of how if a team wins. You can't just win with bad quarterbacks. What about Brad Drops or Brad Dofer? I like when their examples are 2 times in the 30 years it happened. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's right. It's twice it happened in 40 years. Where a non-franchise quarterback, and he was a fine quarterback. Brad Johnson gets disrespected. Dilfer, we just don't like him as a person. And the Ravens knew that. The Ravens knew that they couldn't continue on Trent Dilfer. They cut him the next year, and Pharrell was Gerback. If Jalen Hurts is so good, why did Saban bench him for Tua? That was college. Tom Brady got benched in college for, who was it? Drew Hansen? Scott Hansen? Catch Predator? Boy, I'm veering off. I didn't even want to talk about this. I was going to talk about the Shedeur Sanders conspiracy. I was going to talk about my flight problems. Everyone wants to hear about the flight problems. And then my draft. I'll get into the draft later this week and my flight problems and more Vegas stories. Because I'm doing a show, C-Generates. This is exciting news if you're listening to this, whenever you're listening, if you're listening live or whenever you're listening to it. I'm going to put one out every day this week, I believe. Tomorrow, because I recorded some in Vegas that I didn't go live with. We had to do some editing because Colby Dant was next to me screaming, yes, yes, yes.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. I enjoyed that.
Just kidding. Love Colby Dant. As a matter of fact, I'm doing the show with him and Moneyline Mac tonight live. We will be giving out picks for all the Thursday, Friday games this week in college football. So stay tuned for that. That'll be in a couple hours. Pretty soon, actually. 3 hours. But I recorded a show. Tomorrow, I believe, will be my Las Vegas Raider team preview. Since I was in Vegas, I got George Carmona to come on the show from Veterans Minimum Podcast, which is a popular sports gambling podcast. I did his show at the Wynn, and he came and did my show. It was a good time. So I'm going to put out a show then. Of course, I'll do another live show Wednesday. And then I got 2 more, Noel. I got the famed Lions versus Ravens, Mike Burns, Dad Boner, a.k.a., versus Sean Cole, the legend. That show went off the rails. I'll tell you right now. I'm releasing that. I was going to release that on Thursday, but now I'm thinking I might as well make that Friday because that's more of a Friday show. I don't know if you guys can handle that on a Thursday. That's how aggressively funny it is. And whatever it was. Anyway. All right. You know what? I'll save those other topics for the week because I now have to save content because becoming a daily show, which I'm not. But you know what I mean, C-Generates. You know what I mean. Boy, do I keep babbling. I should just wrap it up.
And I'll leave it at that.
And so will I.
Thank you very much, everyone in the chat. Feats Ronnie Pasco. I'm not really sure what happened today. Still with the 2 eyeballs. I think there's something going on with the connection. I don't know. Like I said, get in your cars, go home. That's me in the box and get out of there. Thanks again for Dwayne Freeman. Check out that game. Words to Die By. It's a fun game. think he came up with it during COVID. I used to play online poker with him in his private groups, and I used to get very drunk and aggressive. And he would kick me off. Glad he could come back and do my show. Anyway, that was a good time. That was a great time. All right, with that being said, get in your cars and go home. Lou, tell them what to do.
I'm Lou Holtz, and you're listening to the Man and the Box and the Bottom Line Bombast. Good luck to you.